how this 5'4" Marine from the Philippines survived boot camp. Now listen, a lot of you guys have linked this over to me, and honestly, it's gonna be super duper interesting because 5'4" Marine from the Philippines. I mean, from the Philippines to me, instantaneously just screams, you got heart, you got soul. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not surprised that you survived boot camp, but 5'4", when it comes to things like that, who knows? Let's just figure this out together. Please, let's see this. Let's go. Not the tears out the gate, man.
These recruits just made it through Marine Corps boot camp. After 13 weeks of basic training in Southern California, they're receiving their Eagle Globe and Anchor pendants, symbolizing their transformation from recruits to Marines. While we were filming these new Marines,
Good morning, Staff Sergeant.
one stood out. Ralph Lance M. DeHelig, a 24-year-old man from the Philippines
That's how old
who
I am.
immigrated to the U.S. during the COVID-19 pandemic. At 5'4", DeHelig is far from what you might think of when you think United States Marine. For context, here's a picture of DeHelig and me, and I'm only about 6'1".
My name is Ralph Lance M. Dahilig.
But what do they call you here?
Warbag, sir.
What do they call you?
Warbag.
War bag.
Warbag! Use your brain, Warbag.
Go Warbag.
Why do you call him that?
We have a bag that's used for PT.
Aw, yo.
So we call that recruit, like the shortest recruit, war bag, because they're the one responsible for that bag.
Oh, okay. I thought they were saying he
In
had the
April
size of
of
the bag.
2024, we followed Warbag and his fellow recruits from Alpha Company at Camp Pendleton, just north of San Diego, during the Crucible, the 54-hour culminating event of boot camp.
This recruit can't reach, ma'am.
Because you can't reach, Marines are gonna die.
Despite his size, the diminutive DeHelig survived boot camp. And today, he is a United States
Holy,
Marine.
bro. That's insane. That's
Good to see you,
incredible.
man.
Good to see you too.
How's it going?
It's been good.
I caught up with DeHelig about 7 months after he graduated from boot camp. He's now stationed in Japan.
You got a lot more hair since the last time I saw you.
Oh yeah. I really miss my hair.
You got good flow.
Thank you.
Growing up, did you always feel like you were on the smaller side?
Yes, but to be honest, I was like insecure about like height and stuff. But
Wow.
as time passed by, I learned to accept like I cannot change that.
Yeah.
Being small doesn't mean like you can't be a Marine.
Yes, sir.
The Marine Corps' minimum height requirement for men is 4 feet 10 inches.
With your recruiter, once you actually started that process, did your height ever come into the conversation at all?
To be honest, it was the first question I asked them. Like, is my height good enough for you guys? And they told me like I was fine as long as you can do a pull-up.
Hey, as long as you can do that.
You need to find a rhythm.
It's like everything we do is for a reason.
Yes, ma'am.
Imagine that.
This-
Let's
yo.
go.
Come on.
This is incredibly hard. I've done that before. Like in school, they made us try a military thingy. It's insane.
Warbag, what?
Warbag.
What the?
You don't wait until the
Second look.
Aye, sir.
Do it again.
Aye, sir.
Use your momentum as you swing down from this one.
Aye, sir.
Holy.
What are you doing? At least get to the
It's
third
hard,
log.
and he keeps going though.
Low profile. Put this arm underneath. Oh my.
Aye, sir.
Warbag,
Aye, sir.
go over there with freaking delay.
Aye, sir.
Everything in the Crucible, whatever event you may not be able to finish, there's a consequence. So if they're not able to execute the Weaver, they go out to the side and we do something that's called fireman's carry.
Oof.
It's where you take a buddy and you put them over your shoulders and then you carry them from one point to another.
Go Warbag. Go Warbag. Go.
What do your parents think about your choice to join the Marine Corps?
First, they were like afraid of
Yeah.
me joining the military. I told them that I really wanted to do this, and I really want to prove it to them that I'm able to do it, sir.
What were some of the reasons that they didn't want you to go? What were they like worried about?
They
I
were
mean-
trying to like convince me that it was too hard. Then I did some research on the internet, and I was like, oh, Marine Corps, it says the hardest like boot camp and the longest one, and I was like, I need to try it first before like give
Yeah.
up. But I didn't give up. Like I just like
He chose
myself.
he chose the hardest
With
one.
a Helig enlisted, he was classified as a lawful permanent resident, a status that allows people to join the military and puts them on an expedited path to becoming U.S. citizens. Under U.S. military policy, once eligible recruits complete their training, they gain citizenship. This was the case for about 1.5% of the nearly 11,000 Marines who graduated from the San Diego boot camp in 2024. Since 2020, more U.S. military members from the Philippines have attained citizenship by serving than from any other country.
And I feel like Philippines is like some of the best, most heartfelt like soldiers or in anything. I think so. This is why I love them even as musicians. They are the most heartfelt and most kind of soulful when it comes to these things. Like they have a passion for it. And because of that, you have to understand like a lot of strength doesn't just come from having strength. Strength also comes from perseverance or being persistent, and on top of that being very using your heart. There's a saying in Brazil like tem muito coração. You have a lot of heart, you have a lot of you just want to do it, and no matter what you're going to. And I feel like the Philippines has that a lot in a lot of the things they do. So I feel like this is very motivational. I love stories like this, especially seeing it from the Philippines. This shows you a lot of it. Like being insecure.
I was born in the Philippines in like 1999. I lived there and studied there until like elementary. Then I migrated to Italy with my dad and my mom. I went back to the Philippines and go to high school. After going through high school, I attended like Bachelor's of Science in Information Systems. I studied like programming, web development. My mom was a nurse. They needed nurses for COVID. She was able to convince me to come to the US. I wasn't able to like find like a decent job. At first, I was struggling since I really don't have like connections here. If you wanted to join a high-end company like Amazon, like Apple, Google, you need to go through like a process, a lot of internships. I was able to get 2 internships, but it's not paid. I need to have like a stable income. That's when I decided to like find a military job, like Marine Corps.
Hey, stand up.
Aye, sir.
Sometime today. Stop touching the red.
Aye, sir.
It's walking through it the only way to get across. Yes, the healing. One supply so you take it to the other side. You self-esteem. You just want to go over there with nothing. You're providing nothing.
This group can't reach, ma'am.
Because you can't reach, Marines are going to die.
Aye, ma'am.
War bag.
Aye, sir.
Use your freaking war belt. So your arms are too short, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you should use your belt, put it around the freaking thing. That way you can hold it.
Aye, sir. Yes, sir.
Use your brain.
Aye, sir.
Try it. See what happens. Sometimes you just give them, throw them a bone. Try to help them out a little bit. Think outside the box. Try to get them to think like a Marine. If you have someone who is short like him, you still need to accomplish the mission no matter what.
Use your brain, Warbeck.
Yes, ma'am. As the day passed by, this recruit sees that he's improving and he's gaining more strength, and like he can do the stuff that other recruits can do, sir. Back in boot camp, we were told to like present ourselves like in third person.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
so
about
we
that.
weren't able to like talk with I. Like after becoming a Marine, we were allowed to like use the word I.
Let's go! Get him! No one said stop!
This looks crazy.
It's the pugil sticks where recruits fight with each other.
Are you looking forward to this?
Yes, sir.
Let's go!
Not the dang.
Reset.
There's no beef with each other. I mean, there's some bickering. I mean, a lot of times. It's really nothing personal, sir. I did get my ass beaten though. I was like on the floor most of the times.
Hey, but you get back up though.
I can remember it real well. 1, 2, 3.
So Dale, he's a good recruit. Mind your business. You know, I see a little bit of myself in him.
Hey,
why do you say that?
Because he's very enthusiastic. When I was a young recruit, I was very enthusiastic. I was never really down about it. Like I wanted this. And it seems like he wants this.
Like nothing
And
put him down.
That's what's important.
All of you on your gear, ready, move.
Yeah, he always seems uplifted. Like even if like, yeah, too short, use your brain. Like he's just like very like, all right.
This
on
was
to
the
the next
final day of the Crucible.
That's a good thinking about life in general.
The recruits had to overcome one more obstacle, climbing a steep hill
Holy.
known as the Reaper.
Okay, this is terrifying though. Imagine you on a walk and you hear this.
Get up there!
My fault, bro. But they made it, right? I think it's beautiful to see
every
that.
challenges, like every sacrifices that we made during boot camp, it's just like collected in one spot, thinking about like our families, our sacrifices, like the things we did at that point. It's just like emotionally draining.
Yeah.
If I die, come back home.
If I die, come back home.
Box me up and send me home.
Box me up and send me home.
There was just one thing left for Warbag and his fellow recruits before they became Marines, receiving their Eagle Globe and Anchor pendants.
Pretty much every single Marine there has tears streaming down their face. What is it about that moment?
All that work,
What did you
man.
feel in that moment?
It was really emotional for us. Like it was a really happy moment.
Congratulations. Take those apart, all right?
Yes, sir.
Sure, man.
We became like a family in a sense. We've been together like for 3 months, and I was so proud of that moment.
And to keep our honor clean, we are proud to claim the title of United States Marine.
Oh man. You can see it on their face how much it means because of everything that you did, especially everyone together. Maybe people who didn't believe. Sometimes you doubted.
Be back with your family.
It was a very proud moment in my life. I was like showing off to, specifically to my sister, because I want to show her, like, look at me, I can do that too.
That's so cute, man.
Dehelig is now stationed in Okinawa, Japan, where he works as a utility systems technician.
I'm having fun here. So I have like 2 roommates right now. We've been in boot camp. Like,
That's so cool.
Brown, come here.
Wait, hold on, get pants on.
You and Ralph are roommates?
Yes, sir.
How is Ralph as a roommate?
I love this man. He is a pleasure to have him as a roommate. Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better roommate.
That's so wholesome, dude. That's so cool being in Japan too. Like I went to Japan when I was in the Philippines and it's right next to each other. So it actually works out. Beautiful video by Business Insider. Love that. I feel like there's a lot of messages that you can get from this. And I feel like the information just from seeing, it's not even more so information as much as it is motivation, right? It's like something that translates into never giving up. And as cliche as a lot of people can say about, yo, I always hear that, never give up, never give up. It's beautiful to see real world examples of that, of someone who kind of is very enthusiastic, like the guy was mentioning, you know, someone who's never just getting down by it. It's just always on to the next, always move on, because that is what life is, right? You constantly have to move on, right? You can just stay glued onto something and, you know, let it hurt you the entire time. Or you just get up and you move forward. You know, you get up and keep moving forward. Like that's just the reality of life. And when you see something like this in a real world example of someone from the Philippines who, of course, in my opinion, like I said, Filipinos have so much heart and so much soul. So when you see this example of a Filipino doing this, and especially, you know, having to leave the family, or not even just doing like the army stuff, because you technically have to leave your family when you're doing like army stuff. A lot of the time you don't get to really go home. You have to stay there, and doing this all on your own, all by yourself, you know, left to basically the wolves, right? And you have to do all of these things. You have to overcome all of these obstacles, quite literally as well. I feel like it shows you that it is possible. And I think the beauty of that shows. And I really love this video, enjoyed it. Thank you guys for linking it over, and thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hey, if you liked it, leave a like. If you loved it, subscribe. If you want more, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, till next time, guys. Peace.
How good you been living? Wait, how good you been living? I've been living too good for you. I've been living too. Did what I did and I do it again. Every move that I make, I ain't feeling repent. Nobody believes to believe it's a friend, and you question your moves like you really won't end.